Hi friends, welcome to my YouTube channel. So today we are gonna start with a chapter named The Story of William Kamkomba. So let's begin with that chapter. Firstly, I'll be reading each paragraph and then explaining it line by line. So let's start with it. Rohan, Riya, and their parents were on a road trip from their home in Goa to their uncle's house in Karnataka. During their journey, they saw paddy fields on the coast and spectacular waterfalls cascading down the ghats. As they neared their destination, they passed by a huge wind farm. Rohan was curious about it, so his father said that Uncle Satish would be the best person to answer his questions as he worked at the wind farm. So let's see what's the meaning. Here two children are given, Rohan and Riya, and they were going to trip in Goa with their parents. So Rohan, Riya, and their parents were going on trip to Goa, and on the way in Karnataka, in the destination is Karnataka, in which their uncle's house is there. So in their journey, they saw many paddy fields, and they saw waterfalls cascading down the ghats. And as they were near to their destination, they saw huge wind farms. And Rohan was more curious, more excited to know about the wind farms. So Rohan's father said that Uncle Satish, who is Uncle Satish here? Uncle Satish lives in Karnataka, as we read in first line only that Uncle Satish house is in Karnataka, and they were going to visit it also. So Uncle Satish would be the best person to explain about wind farm, because Uncle Satish worked as a worker in the wind farm. This is said by the father of Rohan. So let's move on to the next para. As soon as they reached the Uncle Satish house, Rohan had a barrage of questions for him. Uncle Satish patiently told him all about wind energy. He also narrated the story of William Kamkomba, the boy who harnessed the wind. So, as they reached the house of Uncle Satish, Rohan has barrage of questions. Meaning of barrage of questions is many questions in his mind about the windmill, or we can say wind farm. So Uncle Satish answered all the questions, all the answers of Rohan one by one about the wind energy. And Uncle Satish also narrated the story of William Kamkomba. So here in this chapter we will be knowing more about William Kamkomba. And who is William Kamkomba? The boy who harnessed the wind, the boy who had made the wind, we can simply say. He began the story of William Kamkomba is an enthralling memoir of a survival and perseverance of a heroic young inventor. So Uncle Satish continued that William Kamkomba uh, is a boy who had harnessed the wind, and his story is an enthralling memoir. Enthralling memoir means is a historical account which is written by, or which is made by that person. Okay. So William was an heroic young inventor. He had invented the windmill in so age in which he was young. In his very small age, he have invented the windmill. So next para. William lived in Malawi, a tiny landlocked country in Southeast Africa, with his parents and six sisters. Most families in Malawi were farmers. William family grew maize where they lived. There were no computers, very few television sets, and for most of their lives, they didn't have electricity, just oil lamps that swept smoke. So here, William's family and William's introduction is being given. So in this, they are telling that William Kamkomba lived in Malawi country, and it is country situated in Southeast Africa, which is just tiny landlocked country. And William lived with his parents, with his mother, father, and his six sisters he lived with. And the occupation of the Malawians was farming, and most of the people were depending upon farming. Their occupation was farming, and William's family grew maize. In farming, William family was a family which grew maize. So uh, here William's village introduction is given that in his village there was no electricity and there was no computers, and in most of their lives they would have to set up their life without electricity. So for that they used oil lamps, and which was mostly sweeping smoke. So next para. William had two friends, Gilbert and Geoffrey. They went hunting and spent their time playing Bao, a traditional Malawi board game. William and Geoffrey were keen on finding out how radios and other machinery worked. They would dismantle and then reconstruct radios to find the secret sauce. They began their own radio repair business. So here, two friends of William Kamkomba had been introduced in this para. The Williams friends' name is Geoffrey and Gilbert. Their name is Geoffrey and Gilbert. So they, three of the friend, William, Geoffrey, and Gilbert, would spend their time hunting or playing a game, playing a traditional game, which was Bao, and it was a traditional game, board game in Malawi country. So William and Geoffrey were just keen on finding out how radios and other machinery work. They were just wanted to know what is the thing which make radios and other machinery work. So for finding that, what they used to do is they would dismantle. Dismantle means taking out all the parts of that radio or other machinery which they want to find out, and then reconstruct. Reconstruct means they would just join the parts as it was earlier, so that they could get or to find the secret sauce. Secret sauce means what is the special feature of that radio or other machinery which make it successful to work. Okay. And by doing dismantling and reconstructing of radios and other machinery, they started their own radio repair business. Wow, how interesting, said Rohan. So Rohan replied that it is an interesting story, and wow, it's an interesting story. Uncle continued. So here Satish uncle continued. Let's see what they said. William would wake up at 4 o'clock every morning to help his father in the fields. They would collect the dried maize stalks and stack them into heaps. They would store enough grain for an entire year. So Uncle Satish continued that William used to woke up at 4 o'clock. So it is a very early time for us, because we wake up at 7 or 6 o'clock. So it's a very early time for us. So William used to wake up at 4 o'clock. It's a great thing, right? And for what purpose he used to wake up at 4 o'clock? For helping his father in the fields to collect the dried maize and all the stalks and stack of heaps. And they used to store enough grain that is required for their um, 1 year, which is required for them by 1 year. Okay. So next para. That was how they normally planned and harvested each year. But one year everything went wrong. Great floods swept across the country. His family lost the year's harvest. So one year, what happened? They used to plan like this, that we will give enough grain for 1 year, and we will harvest it. But 1 year everything was getting wrong. What happened was there was a great flood which had came across the country, and the family of William had lost the year's harvest. So the floods left them with nothing to eat and nothing to sell. Unfortunately for William, his family hadn't any savings, so he could not continue his schooling. But William did not lose hope. He remarked that in order to catch up with his classmates, he would start reading. So as we see the situation of Williams family and other farmers, that in Malawi country great flood swept across the country, and because of which the Williams family lost the year's harvest, and they were left with nothing to eat and nothing to sell, because of their sweeping up of their grain, so they had no savings. So because of that, what was there, that William could not go to school no more. He can go to school, he would have to stop going to school. But William was the boy who had not lost his hope, and he had decided that I would be reading in the library and would be catching up with my classmates. I'll be just continue with my classmates. How he would be continuing is he would be going to the library of the village and then reading the books and then catching up with his classmates. So as you can see that the video is getting lengthy, so I'll be continuing the next part, part 2 for this video. This was part 1, and don't forget to like and subscribe my video. Thank you, and bye bye for now.